Woodard with Ebby Halliday Realtors.
Hi, this is Gracie Morrow with Mortgage and Beyond. So we're here to give you a market recap, and we like to deliver news and worthy news for you to know what's really going on, relevant information to you. What really happened is the Wall Street already predicted that Fed is going to announce the rate cut. And the way how I always explain to our consumers is think about buying airfare for the holidays. The airlines already know that's going to be the peak season. The airline already know that a lot of people need to travel, right? So what they do is they build the price in the expectation of there's going to be more people wanting to buy the airlines from me.
Right.
The same thing as Wall Street. So if consumers already expect that rates are going to be lower, and most those mortgage and real estate transactions doesn't happen overnight. It's not like you swipe your credit card and you have a house.
Right.
We wish it was like that.
We wish.
Right? But most of the consumer go through the process, especially after they go under contract till they get the keys to their new home. It takes about 25 to 30 days.
Yeah.
So think about from a Wall Street perspective, they already know that the rate might be lower, and when they close those loans, it should be 30 days from that day.
Right.
That's what happened is Fed did make an announcement for the rate cut, but what happened the next day, like 5 p.m. on Wednesday afternoon, the mortgage rates actually bounced back.
Wow.
So we had literally like 7 days window to see there is a drop from the rates we had in August or July, and then now we're trending back up again.
Wow.
So timing is everything.
It is. I mean, and that's why it's so important to, get in with a local mortgage broker.
Team,
Yes.
real estate team that has realtor, mortgage professional, insurance, financial advisor, everyone.
You've got everyone watching, because if you were under contract and maybe you were floating, your mortgage professional would say, hey, it's time to lock in. Lock in now. All these buyers that have been maybe on the fence, yes, inventory is up. We are holding to about 5 months of inventory, which is the highest that we've seen in a long time. Buyers are looking at more homes, and they are taking their time because they can. They like this house, but they're not ready to, fully negotiate. Where before you could negotiate in a few hours a deal and done.
Yeah.
It could really last a day and a half of negotiations.
That's even on the shorter side, because not a lot of listing agents really have the confidence to tell you that your house is way overpriced.
And when I'm pricing a home, what is that buyer is going to be looking at this and this and this. Here's the prices, and then here's the condition. And that's how because we may put ours on the market, and then someone else makes a price drop. I mean, because of the competition. So it's important to really be focusing on what is your competition versus really, yes, we do look at the solds, but really, what is your competition? How can you stand out amongst that competition?
The thing is, if you list your price too high, above what they call like the max ceiling, right? What's gonna happen is your house is gonna sit on the market longer. And I know that personally, you might be thinking, I'm not in a hurry to sell this home, so I'm willing to take my chance.
Right.
Let's try that 25,000, 30,000 higher, and it doesn't work, we can always drop.
Back when I bought my first home, and I always, crack up, back in 2002, I bought my very first home, or I guess 2001. It was around that time. Anyway, it's been a long time. Now I'm dating myself. Anyways, I was jumping for joy at like 6.625. I just remember it vividly. And that was back then. But the one thing that I could, have some control is I could control what I was going to pay for that house.
Yeah.
Now, when interest rates did go down, because I lived in that house for quite a long time, and we refined. Buy it at that price, because next year, that price may be higher than what, because that's one thing we're seeing, is even though volume is up, sales are down, but the prices, we're not seeing a huge decrease. I mean, yes, again, we're negotiations, but everything's pretty flat, and so we're not seeing, if you're thinking, we're gonna, that home that was $750 is now gonna be, $650 or $600 next year. That's not. It may be $800.
Yeah, and those are really good points.
Focus on what you're going to get the home for in today's market, and then not so much on the interest rate. Of course, you want to make sure of affordability, but don't make that your decision maker whether you purchase a home right now or not, because that guaranteed of a sales price. I mean, next year again, as we're talking, we keep seeing prices. You're developing equity now into something that maybe you've been renting for the last year. Well, if you're paying $3,000, because nowadays, rents in the Dallas-Fort Worth area is
$2,500 or so.
So you are literally can just take that money and flush it down your toilet. You are not developing any equity. How would you like to be watching your money grow in an asset that you have?
Yeah, and then let me bring some math to it, because Kimberly is the real estate agent, I am the mortgage person. So in my world, I am always comparing.
Right.
Normally, if you're looking at average purchase price, like $450 to $500, $550 in this market, right? If you can get 1% lower, let's just say right now the interest rate is 6%. If you get 1% lower, which is 5%,
right,
and then that's what a lot of people are waiting for. We don't know when that's gonna happen. But when that happens, your monthly mortgage might be about $300 cheaper. That's all you're saving. So think about if you own a house for 5 years, and you save $300 a month. So 300 times 12 is $3,600 per year saving. Times 5 is about 18,000 or so. Okay. But if you can get the house for $20,000-$30,000 cheaper, when you purchase a house, you're still about a $10,000 to $12,000 ahead.
Yeah.
That's the math we need to look at.
Yes.
That's really the math. So.
And here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, what has contributed to that is that we are a hub for so many major corporations.
Yeah.
People are always moving to the Dallas-Fort Worth area for their jobs, and it's an easy place to live. People love it here. Well, we've had a lot of great topics and discussions today, and if you guys have any questions for me or Gracie, message us below. Our contact information is there. If you're in the market getting ready to either buy, sell, or both, give us a call. We're happy to help you and help you on your journey.